Hello and welcome to Norwood Digest, NCM's news magazine show. I'm your host, Jack McCarthy, and I am joined by a special guest today, a 2013 graduate of the school on the hill, Norwood High School, used to do the news here, and now we're going to find out what she's been up to since. So, hello, Helena Aldwehi. I almost got that right.
Aldwehi.
Aldwehi.
Yeah, almost got it.
I'm an Irishman. I can't do these things. So, first, what have you been doing?
What have I been doing? So I recently graduated from Bridgewater State University with my master's in clinical psych. And I have created and founded ThoughswithH, which is a community wellness brand. And I focus on normalizing conversations around mental health.
And so one of the things I've seen that you're famous for, if you will, using sticky pads.
Yes, my sticky notes. So I use 3x3 sticky notes that I write some like inspirational sayings on, and I anonymously sign it by -H so that it's, people don't really know who H is. And I go to a curated background where usually a sunset or a beautiful background if I'm traveling, and I just post it online.
And so what's the purpose?
So the purpose is, my motto is we can't help everybody, but everybody can help somebody. And I do feel like everybody goes through something, and there's this stigma around mental health where, it's not really talked about as much. And the reality of it is everybody goes through something. So if I can just normalize somebody to just know that they're not alone when going through something, that's my goal. So sometimes these little sayings, they're not like, it's not like a book, but it's a little saying that may go a long way to someone.
And basically, it's got to fit on a sticky note.
It's got to fit on a sticky note.
So give me some examples if you can. So I should have told you I was going to ask you.
Yeah, no, that's okay. So one of my favorites is day one or one day, you decide. There's so many. You did put me on the spot here. I told you one of my favorites is we can't help everybody, but everybody can help somebody. What else? You are bigger than what is making you anxious. That is one of my favorites. I actually posted that today.
There's one about if a goal is hard to get to, or?
Yeah, if you don't change the plan, don't change your goal, change the plan. Also, just because it's a slow process doesn't mean it won't happen. So there's more. I could go on, and I'm sure I'll think about more throughout this process. And people will quit on you every day. It's important to wake up and not quit on yourself. That's one of my favorite ones too. And something I do is I've been doing community events where I actually bring a lot of positive affirmations around, and I sit and I love to see which ones speak to people. So I have a take a quote, leave a quote section that I usually do. So it's nice to see what people relate to.
What kind of events have you gone to? Is it like a pop-up thing?
Yeah, so I do a lot of pop-up events, and I do them through all aspects of wellness. So whether it's like fitness, health, I do a lot of collaborations. I actually have one coming up this Saturday in Norwood at the juice bar, the Maha Juice Bar.
I'll be there.
Yeah, that I'm really excited about. Yeah. So I usually bring my table. If it's a place that they have customers, I'll bring a quote board. So I ask people please leave a quote behind. And then I usually leave it for that business that I do the event at.
Oh, that's cool. Where else have you gone?
So I've done different locations of F45 gyms, done Fire Cycle. I just did one with Nutri Meals, which is like a meal prep company. I did one recently on World Mental Health Day with Lululemon. That was really nice. Lululemon hit me up. What else have I done? Fire Cycle, Studio in Waltham. And I'm sure that there's more that I have not thought about. I did one with Kiki not too long ago here in Norwood.
And so what's the goal?
The goal is to normalize conversations around mental health.
And we talked about, you have a LLC right now.
I have an LLC, yes.
And you're trying to
so I'm in the goal.
Transition, I guess?
A possible transition into a nonprofit, so then that way I can take this project, so you will, kind of like this mission I'm on, and kind of just branch it out a lot more. I want to create quote walls everywhere that I can. I want to get into schools and anywhere that kind of is a space for me to share mental health awareness, I would love to be there. I also do these mental health calendars that keep you on track for inspiration throughout the year. And some of them have like little quote sayings. I'll have to show you one. I don't know if you saw it in the
I
desk.
did.
Yeah.
That's where I got the one that I gave you.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I'll have to give you one of your own. But that's really one of the main goals, is just to spread this message around.
So it costs you money to make these things.
It definitely costs me money.
And so how do you recover that? Or
Well, I work a full-time job as a mental health therapist. We don't make as much as we probably should, but
That's
I do.
for sure.
Yeah, so I do take that money that I make though, and I put it into my business. It's something that I love to do, and I found my passion, and now it's just like, how can I find a way to make this sustainable? Like, I'd love to grow this team and spread the message further.
Okay, well, this is fantastic. And you're so young to be doing something, this big, if you will.
Thank you. I don't feel that young. Just it was
Trust me.
over 10 years ago that I sat in this very studio.
I know, well. But you're very young, let me
Thank
put it
you.
that way.
Thank you.
Because I'm very old.
No, oh my gosh.
What else do you want people to know about this?
So what do I want people to know? If you have a place that you want to do an event with me, please reach out to ThoughswithH@gmail.com. I also have a website. You can go on my Instagram at ThoughswithH. If you have any ideas, I'm here for it. Norwood High, I would love to do a quote wall here for my very first actual quote wall. Like, I've been limited to quote boards, so they've been limited, like, there's a limit. I want to create a space where kids can look forward to, like, I want to go there and write a quote or just read these quotes.
So how did you come up with the idea to base it around sticky notes?
So I actually worked at a dentist's office. It was like 2015, and maybe even like longer, like after that. Anyways, I worked at a dentist's office, and the vibes weren't the greatest. So I just decided, like, I want to write this positive note to get people to check their energy before coming to the front desk. And I would like post it on my Snapchat, and over time, my friends were like, these quotes go away within 24 hours. And I didn't do backgrounds to the quotes at that time. Like, I would put it on the same table every day. And then over time, I just got more creative, I guess. Like, I had a little spark that I was like, okay, I was grateful enough to travel, so I would take these sticky notes and be prepared and just do it ahead of time. Now I have a little more of a system, so I kind of try to plan it ahead of time. But that's how it works. I have a lot of people who send me quotes, which is nice. I read a lot and I find quotes. I make them up. I definitely do not own all my quotes, but I own all my pictures and the writing and everything behind it.
So do you use it in your work too?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
So one of the places I did an event at is in Fenway High School, where I did like an assembly with the kids, and we actually created our own positive affirmations. They picked their own, and we like went around and talked about it a little bit, which was nice to see, because when I was in high school, we didn't really talk about mental health that much. Yeah, like it wasn't even till now that I'm like so grateful that I can normalize it for people. So it's a good place to be in. I hope that if it just reaches one person, that it makes a difference.
It's like the starfish on the beach,
Yeah. No,
which
exactly.
is one of my favorite little stories. But anyway, well, thank you so much for being with us.
No.
This has been great. It's been great getting to know you, and just watching how passionate you are when you're talking about this is really, I don't know, it just made me feel better.
Oh, awesome. See, I've done my one person for the day.
You can count today as a success.
Yeah, thank you. This made my day.
All right, well, me too.